now. So Vicki, I'm so excited that you have your friends on this evening. Thank you so much for hosting this virtual party. Are you excited? Oh, you're muted. Vicki, you got to unmute yourself, honey. You're our star tonight.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Well, please introduce me to your friends. Now, I said we're going to do this in 15 minutes. We're going to do 5 products in 10, but the whole thing lasts 15 minutes. So, Vicki, just real quick, introduce me to each one of your friends and tell me, how do you know them?
My imaginary friends tonight. My friend Linda and my friend Patricia.
Hi, Linda.
My very best friends.
Well, and I've already spoken to them and I pre-profiled them. So Linda and Patricia, I'm so excited to show you just a few of our products tonight. And by the way, just a quick caveat, you guys are moving around. I'm stopping your video because you're making me dizzy. Okay, so I am so excited to present to you guys a few products tonight. We're just going to go over 5 quick Mary Kay products in the next 10 minutes. The whole thing will be 15 minutes, so it'll be very painless. So I just want you guys real quick, I want you to get out a piece of paper. So everybody get out a piece of paper. And of course, I'd just be doing this with Vicki's guest, but I want everybody to do it because it's fun to play along. And on that piece of paper, I want you to put just a traditional tic-tac-toe board. Put a traditional tic-tac-toe board, okay? And y'all know how to do that. You just put a tic-tac-toe board. If there's anything I talk about tonight that you're like, oh my gosh, I have to have that, that is totally going to change my skin forever, I want you to please, please, please write it down. And that way, let me make her co-host. I'm doing 3 things at once here. And that way, when we offer a little special at the end, you might want to invest in that product or something else in the Mary Kay line that you're really excited about when you meet our challenge. So Vicki, thank you again for having your friends on tonight. And we are going to get started. Now, the first product I'm going to talk to you about is one of my favorite summer products. If you have oily skin, it's a great product all year long. It's called Clear Proof Deep Cleansing Charcoal Mask. And I'm going to do a little bit of this on the back of my hand because I think it's really cool to see it, because it is truly, and you know, I'm dark, but look how dark that is. And it goes on shiny. So the way you know when it's ready to come off is it goes from shiny to a dull. Okay. Do y'all all understand that? It goes from shiny to dull and then you wipe it off. Now I want to tell you, you want to get a black washcloth or you want to earn run from me as a hostess because it is dark. So you want to make sure that when you take that off, don't use your beautiful white cloths. Okay, let me give you just a few facts about our charcoal mask. It is triple action. Who wants a product that does one thing? Who wants a product that does 2 things? How many things should a product do? At least 3. So it's triple action. It will absorb double its weight in impurities. Don't you wish you could put it all over the world? Okay. It helps unclog your pores. And it takes your skin beyond just everyday clean. It has kaolin and bentonite clays. It absorbs the oil. It reduces shine. I know I'm shiny. I mean, even at my age, I'm still super shiny. Now it has, now get ready, you got to say this with a Southern accent. It has honeysuckle. Y'all say that with me. Honeysuckle. Okay, honeysuckle and navy bean extracts. So I'm going to read to you why this is so great. It helps target the appearance of skin discoloration. That's huge, okay? Because none of us have perfectly, designed skin with no discoloration. It helps with discoloration. It gives you a clearer looking skin. As far as helping with acne, it does help with acne, but we have other products that help with that. So if you have a child, a teenager, a niece, a nephew, a grandchild, or yourself struggles with acne, put on that tic-tac-toe board acne products, okay? Acne products. But if you think the charcoal mask, which retails for only $25 for about 50 uses, and you only do it once or twice a week, if you think this is for you, I want you to write down charcoal mask. Write down charcoal mask, okay? I always feel like I'm in the middle of QVC when I do this. It's so fun. The next product I want to talk to you about, I am in love with, because a lot of times when I'm doing big Mary Kay events, or I'm walking on stage, or I'm doing a Zoom event with a lot of people and I have to do what I call high glamour, I use these little eye patches underneath my eye, not only to reduce the puffiness and bring moisture to that area, because it has a matrix of water, it has a matrix of moisturizers, but I put it there, do my eye makeup, take it off, and then do my foundation. So I don't worry about my eye makeup, falling or, getting it all over the place. It just catches it right there. This is hydrogel eye patches. Let me read you a little bit about what they do. Hydrogel is water suspended in a gel matrix. Makes you sound like you're going to be going, doo, doo. Okay, if you've never seen the matrix, just ignore me. All right, it's saturated in a formula to deliver benefits into the skin in a fun, easy way. Don't you like your products to be fun? Girls just want to have fun, right? Wasn't there a song about that? Huh. Okay, so they are small shaped masks for under the eyes. They're designed to stay in place. So they not only deliver the ingredients, they stay put to lock in the benefits. Now, let me tell you, also with these little eye patches, and they look like little fishies when you pull them out, you can put it on your forehead. I like to put it around these pretty little lines I have here. I have smoker lines and I've never smoked. I tell you, getting old is not for the young. All right, so that is 30 pair for only 40, 30 pair for only 40. So that is a great deal. So if you want to save your eyes, make your eyes look younger, save your entire face, if you want fish on your face, I want you to write eye patches in one of those little squares, eye patches. All right, the next product I'm going to talk to you about is the Moisture Renewal Gel Mask. Guess what, guys? This retails for only $24. And it's going to last you 3 to 4 months. I found out actually from one of my customers who reads better than I do, that you can put this on your face after cleansing and moisturizing before you go to bed and leave it on all night long. I'm going to call it Lionel Richie mask all night long. Okay, it goes all night long. So you can put this anywhere where you have dryness, on your face, on your elbows, on your décolleté. I live here in Arizona. Sometimes we get a little bit extra exposure to the sun. Don't mean to, but your sunscreen cannot last 24/7. And so this is the Moisture Rich Gel Mask. Now, I wasn't really sold on the Moisture Rich Gel Mask when it first came out. I'm like, I'm oily, I'm a grease girl, but I want to tell you guys what this does. It helps your skin stay properly hydrated. It leads to, it helps you not only add moisture to your skin, but it helps your skin hold in every precious drop. So unlike products that are comedogenic and they cause your skin to be greasy, this is non-comedogenic, which means it won't clog your pores, it won't make your skin oily, and I can put it on and leave it on all night long, me and Lionel, all night long, rinse it off in the morning, and my skin feels like I just had a professional facial. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I have a professional facial, it's a lot more than 24 for 30 or 40 facials, right? Okay, let's check back real quick with that mask. Look, all the shine is gone. See, so now would be the time that I take my dark, not so favorite washcloth and I wipe that off. And I would recommend you do these extra supplements, do them at night. Put the kids to bed, have dinner done, relax, light a candle, have a good glass of water with a lemon in it so you feel refreshed, and get in the bathtub or something and put on your mask and pamper yourself. And then 5 minutes later, you're going to hear bam, 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 mom, mom, mom. Okay, so we're not going to worry about that. The last 2 products. Oh, so put Moisture Rich Gel Mask. Okay, if you want that, if you think that's going to be awesome. I want to tell you about 2 products in one, or actually 2 products in one box. This is our Clinical Solutions. Now, if I were to fully explain what Clinical Solutions is, it would take me probably a good 20 minutes. So I'm going to let you read about it. So I want you to go to my website at marykay.com/jshipe. Y'all already got that ahead of time. And I want you to click in search clinical solutions. This is amazing. It is a retinol 0.5 set. And you guys, this stuff is so potent at 120, okay? For the entire kit that's going to last you for months. It is so potent that we actually have you chart how often you're using it, because you only use it once a week in the first couple of weeks. This is pure grade A, fabulous retinol. And I have a professional esthetician that I run these products by just to get her opinion. And she told me, she goes, I don't know, for one, how y'all are able to sell that entire set for 120 with 0.5 retinol, but I want it. I think that's pretty funny. So this is what it can do, okay? The first step, which is the retinol 0.5, it takes the offense against the trifecta of age-related issues, wrinkles, discoloration, loss of firmness, and it only takes a pea-size amount. Then, yay, we have a second step, because if y'all ever use retinol or retinoids or anything, oh my word, it can cause all kinds of burning and hurting and all that. So here is your calming milk. Everybody say calming milk, calming milk. I know, I wish it said something like calming something else, but it says milk. I'm not a milk girl, but I want to tell you something. Calming milk is amazing. If you've got kids or grandkids or nieces and nephews, this is amazing. So let me tell you how else it can be used. If they have a little bit of a sunburn, if they have a scratch, if they have a skin irritation of any type, you put a little bit of this on it and it calms it out. When you do your retinol, your first step, and if you have any burning or itching at all, and you do not use it around your eyes, read the directions, you can put this on and it calms it down. I actually have a really good friend. She's also a customer, because our customers are our friends, that every product in the world makes her skin burn. And she is on all Mary Kay now. And if she has any tingle at all, she puts that calming milk on and it zaps it just like that. And then she went home after she started using it. And about a week later, her son was playing softball all day, got a sunburn. She put it on his face, zapped it just like that. So this 2-piece set retails for $120. So you can either put clinical solutions step A or clinical solution step B, or you can put both in your squares, So I just want to know, how many squares do y'all have filled out? Patricia, how many do you have filled out so far? I have 4. Oh, yay, tic-tac-toe, 3 in a row. Okay, and then what was your other friend's name? Linda. Linda, how many do you have? I've got 6. I got 6 squares filled in. Yay! Okay, so I told you guys that I would be letting you go within 15 minutes. So here's the deal, okay? You've got my website, go to my website, shop till you drop, but here is the fun part. You can help Vicki, our host tonight, earn extra hostess credit. Y'all love Vicki, don't you? Yes. You want her to have lots of good stuff, right? Okay. Because if you support her, your friends will support you. It's just the way it is. It's come about fair play. So here's the deal. If you tell me in the next 24 hours, hey, I want to do a quick 5 and 10 or a 10 and 20, or I want to have my own virtual party with full products, you will get any one of those products at half price. Yeah, any one of them at half price. When you have 3 or more guests, 18 and older, and we do a full-blown skincare party with the Time Wise or the Value Firm, whichever skincare set works best for you. So I will be touching base with you. If you can text me before you go to bed tonight, I will have an extra little sussy, we call it a sussy, a gift in your product bag when you place your order. So 2 things, text me before you go to bed and say, oh my gosh, I had a great time. And what product do you want to earn at half price? And then let me know in the next 24 hours when you want to have your follow-up facial with friends. And I can't wait to meet you guys in person. Thank you, Vicki, for having us on tonight. You are a rock star. Yay! All right, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Okay. Now, I want to talk to you guys about a few things I did real quick. What did I use when I was talking about the products?
Fact sheet.
I used a fact sheet, okay?
Mhm.
Did I do it smooth and Or did I stumble a few times?
You did it smooth.
Uh-uh.
Good. Yeah, you was.
I was horrible. Are you kidding? Okay, I messed up on purpose and Vicky didn't even get it. So I was like, okay, so yeah, this is what it does. You guys, I just did 5 products in less than 15 minutes. Basically, I did it, yeah, in less than 15 minutes. And now I have a reason to talk to these people again. Now I have a reason to go back and say, you know, if you think that was fun, let's do a full-blown virtual party, or let's do a face-to-face party. It's getting in front of people. Your goal is getting in front of 30 people somehow, some way, somewhere by the 20th of the month. Okay, you got it? Yes? Okay, that's our virtual party. We're going to be having those at the beginning of each meeting, and then we're going to do our on-time drawing. So let's see who wins our on-time drawing for tonight. I'm shuffling. If you were not on time, I'm so sorry. Christine won our on-time drawing. Yay, we're so proud of you, Christine. Way to go. Okay, my husband just called and I just let him listen to me and then I hung up. Okay, yay, so good to have your family trained. All right, so let's go to the slideshow. Andrea, can you share it or do you want me to?
Well, it says that you've not given me permission. It says I'm restricted.
I made you co-host.
I know, but it said I'm restricted from screen sharing.
Okay, then that means I'm the only one that can. All right, so I will do it. All right. Just trying to empower her. Okay. Okay, look at this. How fun is this? Oh my gosh, how fun is this? You guys look so stinking cute. So stinking cute. Chrissy's got her arm in Fran's mouth, but y'all are so cute. Okay, so here's a promotion that both of our units are doing. You do not have to do this. This is not going to affect your points or anything, but if you choose to do it, then you will get extra sussies. You will get fun gifts and prizes. And y'all, you know, if it's free, it's for me. So if you sell enough to place a $300 wholesale by August, let me move this so y'all can see it, 15th, you will receive lookbooks and new samples and a hydrating sheet mask. Now, for those of you who stayed at my house a little bit late, you got a hydrating sheet mask from me, but you will be able to get another one that you can use as a sample with your customers. If you book 5 new parties by the 5th, you will and earn the limited Dream Eye Mask and new lookbook to take early orders. Okay, but you have to send either Andrea or myself your hostess names and cell phones with the party date by August 5th. I keep wanting to say July. It's really stumbling me up. So just get 5 parties booked. A party is the hostess plus 2 to 3 people, 18 and older, non-Mary Kay users. Who could get excited about these prizes? Who could get excited about having 5 parties booked by the 5th? And all you do is explain to your person you're talking to, your customer or your friend or your mom or whoever, and say, if I have 5 parties booked by August 5th to be held in August, I'm going to get prizes. Can you please help me earn a prize? Who's going to say no to that? Who's going to say no? They're not going to say no. And then say no. And then are they not going to sound like wicked people? They are. They're going to sound like wicked people. Okay. All right. Who's tracking Star Consultant right now? Who's tracking Star?
I will be.
Show me a hand. Who's tracking Star? Okay, because let me tell you what. Do you know when this quarter ends? September 15th. You know that that's about 6.5 weeks away. Now, I don't want to give you a sense of panic or a sense of stress. I want to give you a sense of fun. So this is why we talk so much when y'all were here about tracking. If you're going to be a Star Consultant, you don't go, well, I'll just sell a bunch and hope I make it. Well, that's like throwing a bunch of stuff in a pot and hoping it tastes good. Okay. I know y'all think I probably did that for a few of your meals here, but I really didn't. I used recipes. So I want you to think how much do you have to sell? How many faces do you have to choose to do in order to be a sapphire, ruby, diamond, emerald, pearl? Okay. How many do you need to do? Because that is so stinking important that you're tracking it. Write down 1,800 on a piece of paper and then put pockets of 300. And if you want to do Ruby, then you have pockets of 300 or pockets of 400. So you've got to break it down and have it in front of you, or you're never going to do it. You might do it accidentally once, but that's about it. You're not going to continue to do it over and over and over again. You're going to fall into it one time and then that's it. So there's some formulas there. Also, we are doing, again, your directors have paid the registration to do the $500 cash giveaway. And I'm going to tell you, the last time they did the drawing, when they did the little thing where it picks the name and they had the whole list, 2 of my unit members were 1 slot away from their guests winning 500 and them winning cash as well. So it's just for marketing shares, y'all. That's it. And that's part of what you're tracking anyway. So let's get her done. Okay. All right, Andrea, take it away.
Get her done. You guys, this Wish It to Win It contest is so exciting. Not only do you want to start every single conversation with, oh my gosh, we want to get you into the contest. There's no obligation. You heart something and you're in, because that captures their phone number. That captures their address. This is a huge way of starting that connection with a new person. They don't even have to have had a facial. So I got to tell you, in the last 5 days or last couple of days, I've added about 5 people, and I've started every conversation with this, including some of the referrals that I was working on. From now until August 12, all they do is download the app. Now, what I would recommend you do is open up your app. If you've not done this, open up your app. And where your name is, where over here where it says consulting, can y'all see this right there? I can't see myself. So where it has you, there's a top button that says share. So what you want to do is save that copy. You just copy that link and you can text it right there to them. And immediately they have the direct connection so that they can get to you on the app. Because it's all about the consultant. You want to make sure you're capturing and part of your customer base.
Okay, Andrea, since you just did this, you'll know, one of my peeps asked me, how do they go to you? Because it doesn't have your name.
Okay, so when they open it up, they have to find the consultant. So they do need your name and your zip code. So I'm texting everybody my name and my zip code with that link. So honestly, if you have that link, it goes right to you. Pardon me. Okay. But if they don't have the link, then they have to put in your name and your zip code.
Perfect.
Maybe not your zip code, but that just maybe double checks that it's really.
It helps. Well, I don't think there's a lot of Vicky Starwatts or Zulema Saucedas, but there might be a little Courtney out there. So, okay. All right.
Okay. So this month, when you are a Golden Girl, so isn't that a fun name? Golden Girls is ones that hit the 600 club. And we're so excited to celebrate all of you who did last month in just a minute. But this month, this jewelry designed by RJ Graziano. And when you're doing that every single month, which we will celebrate those on target, you will qualify for the year-long consistency. So let's just celebrate who did it in the month of July. We've got Christine McKnight. We've got Sayonara Boucher. We've got Amy Paw, Jamie Bulliard, and Robin Blickman from our units and directors, Andrea, Linda, Terry, and Joanna, leading by example.
Yay. Thank you, Andrea. Okay. Now you guys know we talked about tracking. Now I just talked about tracking star. So I don't want you to go, okay, wait a minute. I got to track star and I'm tracking my bookings by the 5th and I'm tracking my sales by the 15th to win all this stuff. But remember, in your red notebook that you got at seminar here in Arizona, or in your tracking notebook, tracking section of your notebook, have all these tracking forms, and then use your discernment to figure out, how do I overlap it? So let me show you something. If you were to do a 600, a 600, and a 600, and you were to put, download this, print it off, and put by 9:15, guess what? You'd be a star. That's done. If you do this one, the first one, by August 15th, you've earned some prizes. So just trash it. trash it up, write all over it. It doesn't have to be pretty. And then your quota sharing, every time you talk to somebody and do the marketing plan, flip this baby over and write 1 through 50. And when you do 50 true full circle marketing shares with director follow-up, I guarantee you, you're going to be at least halfway, if not all the way through quota sharing. Remember, we talked about when you're tracking, it simplifies everything, because when you've got a whole bunch of stuff going on all over the place, your mind gets crazy and you go, forget it. Okay. But if you take one good tracking form or 2 good tracking forms, and these right here are amazing. Thank you, Andrea, for putting these in our slideshow. If you just have these and put the dates on them and say when you're going to do it and what, what's another contest that's going on, put it all in there, write the dates down and be aware. Okay. Be aware. Tracking it makes a difference. Okay. It really does. Here are some of our prizes for our coming up with our 60th anniversary. We have got some amazing, amazing prizes as we go into our 60th anniversary. So next seminar year, we'll be going to Dallas, you guys, because it is going to be over the top. Andrea, can you check the chat? Because there's a lot of stuff and I want to see if there's any questions. If you look at the seminar, this is another really, really good one for an overall view. I call this the 18,000 foot view. Okay. This is the one I would have at the very front of my goal notebook, in the section of your notebook in your goals. I would have all of the goals that you are going for. Then print this off and put it on your bathroom mirror, put it in your car, put it on your refrigerator. This is the huge view. Remember, we talked about the big overall view and then what has to be done each quarter, what has to be done each month, and what you're doing each week to achieve these amazing, amazing goals. So tracking is just like going on a trip. Okay. Now, we all heard that Zulema and her family are going to Paris for Christmas. Huge trip. I guarantee you, they're not just going to show up at the airport on December 23rd and say, get us on a plane and then go to Paris and go, okay, find us a hotel. I guarantee you every minute of that trip has been tracked or has been planned. Sayonara goes to Brazil to visit her family twice a year for a long stretch of time. And we miss her when she does that. But she plans that out. Sayonara, did you just show up at the airport and say, put me on a plane to Brazil? No. Okay. So guys, if we would plan our business the way we plan our vacations, we would all be Cadillac directors. Okay. Put the time in to plan it, to break it down, and to know exactly where you want to be. And then if you go ahead and work as if the month ends on the 20th, 30 faces by the 20th, 30 faces by the 20th. If something happens, a little or a family crisis or something happens, you have that 10-day cushion most months to get that work finished. Always work with the 20th in mind, the 20th. Otherwise, you guys, we tend to procrastinate and we will save it. And then you know what will happen on the 25th or 26th? You know what we say? I'll start over again next month. I'm just saying. Okay. Now we're also tracking right now. We are tracking red jacket. You might say, I don't want to be a red jacket. That's okay. I just listened to a speech today that I'm going to post on Facebook. It was one of the women who spoke at Sapphire. She was amazing. And she talked about if you just do the work, the numbers are going to come. Just do the work and the numbers are going to come. But if you're intentional in your work, the numbers will come faster. Okay, much, much faster. So share the career opportunity, share the product, and don't be intimidated by that. Remember the hang up bag I did at seminar? And I said, this is the career opportunity. This is the, this is being a red jacket. This is a senior, however you want to do it. Just use that bag and go for it. So this is, I want to see where I'm supposed to stop. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm following along. Okay, so this is Perfect Power Start Plus. Okay, this is another fun thing to track. Do y'all remember when I said pick something that's fun to track? something that you go, that I can get excited about, and go with that and watch how it overlays and it becomes more and more and more that you achieve. Do y'all remember? I'm going to really date myself here. Courtney, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. But do y'all remember when we took biology back in the olden days and they had the overlays where it had like just the body and then it had the skeleton and then it had the nervous system? Do y'all remember those? And it was all these overlays. That's what you're doing with your Mary Kay goals. You're starting with the big picture and then you're overlaying, overlaying, overlaying so that you don't feel like you're in all these different directions. It's all coming together. Okay. Love that. We're going to take questions in just a second. So get ready. Okay, Andrea, tell us about this amazing form.
Isn't it beautiful? So we do have one small addition on your daily IPAs, which would be a bonus for dials. So let's go over who had IPAs for the week. These are income producing activities. So if you're coming in and you haven't printed, this is our new, we call it GG, Girls with Goals form. And by filling this out and tracking, you can earn event cash, you can earn prizes, and you can earn products. So you can choose at the end of the month which you would like based on your points each week. Notice there are 5 weeks. That is just because we are now doing the 1 through 31 during the month. Last year we had a little overlap. So this is only August. And if there happens to be a 5th week, that is why you see it. So on the left, you'll notice sell 1 item. If you had a set, give yourself satin hands, you sold 3 items. You can give yourself 3 points. If you booked a facial, if you had 1 new contact with her phone number, that's 1 point. If you are calling the daily hotline or spending time doing a Voxer message for your accountability, that is 1 point every single day. So your goal is to have wins. We want you to have wins every hour. And of course, to be tracking that, you can actually laminate it and put this on the dashboard of your car. That is exactly what many of my unit members have done. When you have 1 new face, you get 5 points. Let me back up. When you hold a party, that is 5 points. When you sell $100, that's 5 points. So if you hold a party that had new faces and had $100 in sales, and you did a marketing share at the very end with the director following up within the 24 hours, you've just got 5, 10, 15. That's almost 40 points from that one full circle. That's what that means, full circle. When they become your new team member and they hit that bonus level within their first 4 months, you give yourself 50 points. Now, down below, you can just write in daily dials, because what we said, Joe, let's refresh what we said. 10 dials is the goal each day. That could be a reach out of a text, but of course that's better if you can have a Facebook message or a phone call. But I believe we said every 5, or is it every 2? Every 5 you get 1 point. So when you do 5 dials, give yourself 1 point. So that's a little just write that in at the bottom. So let's celebrate who had some IPAs for the week. Hold your hands up if you had at least 5. 5 is part-time level, and way to go. We were gone this week. And so of course we're really looking, we didn't have it last week. Let's give ourselves 1 backwards week. Okay. So if you were at seminar, we want to celebrate that. So don't worry. That is a huge, huge win for you, but let's go back 1 extra week and figure out which one's your highest number. That's fine. So hold your hand up if you had at least 5. Actually, if you want to count them all together, that's fine with me too. Just combine them together and let's celebrate if you had at least 5. Amy's hand is up. Fran's hand is up.
Yeah, let me ask y'all something. How many? Okay, Christine has 37. Let's just do this. Since you've got the whole month of July in front of you, Andrea, why don't we just do the whole month since we just launched it?
Okay.
And let's just see who has the most.
37. Christine, was that for the week or for the month? She's on phone. Excuse me. She's out with her kids shopping. So we're going to add it up. So go ahead and feel free. If you are muted, you can put it in the type it in the chat box. but let's just see who had the most for the month. Income producing activities. If you unmute, you can tell us, otherwise type it in.
Okay, so I'm confused. Okay, are all these income producing activities? I mean,
Yes. Yes.
so every line is an income producing activity. That's what you guys call an income producing activity, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And
So
we're on the front of the sheet, right?
Yep.
Okay, and right now we're doing the whole month of July, or just last
We're just,
last one?
well, Fran, since we were gone last week and it's been kind of crazy and we just taught y'all how to do this, she's just doing a countdown for add up all 4 weeks.
Okay, do we get anything on this sheet for going to seminar?
She's prize oriented. I love her.
No, I'm not.
I love her. You got a
But-
great education and wonderful food.
Okay, so what's that under?
Okay, I think we have created a new person in Fran. She's like, girls, I'm bringing it now. Okay, you got a great
that's under, you're awesome.
You got lots of
Okay.
gifts, and the people who didn't come, it sucks to be them. Okay.
Okay. Okay, I just needed to know.
Okay. So, and I realize when you guys travel, you're not going to be working your business as much, but keep in mind that some of this you can still do. Okay. You can still Voxer your director when you're on vacation, although y'all weren't on vacation last week. But I would say, Andrea, why don't we just give everybody who were here last week, let's give them 50 points for week 3, or that would be
Week 4.
4. We just made a command decision. If you were here in my house, you get 50 points for week 4. Andrea's like, okay.
There's a lot that you learned. So I think you did quite a few daily hotline messages in that
Okay.
sitting.
Okay. And I have to tell y'all, just on a personal note, Andrea's house is filled right now with dust and everything. So I'm so proud of you for being on, girl, because I don't know if I had major construction going on in my house, I'd look as cute as you do. So give yourself those points for week 4 if you were here. Monica, you can give yourself the points because you registered and you were very sick. Okay. Okay. So, but we're not doing any more exceptions. All right. No more of that. No mas, no mas. Okay.
So yes, question here. Sayonara, yes, the GG is for every month. You want to print 12 of those front and back. This is what has replaced the pop form. Last year's theme was the Power of Pink pop. This year's theme is Golden Rules. So we are golden girls when we hit that 600 and get our bracelets or our jewelry. And of course, when you are tracking, we have the girls with goals, because you are a girl with what? Goals. And I got to tell you, the best thing to do, Joe, just fold that 1 week there. Fold that or just show it just in the camera. Gang, if you laminate just that one thing, and you can laminate the whole page, but cut it and put it in your car, put it at your coffee pot, put it in your kitchen, your bathroom where you put your makeup on. And honestly, you could be tracking throughout the day, but it actually does subconsciously have you more focused on where opportunity is. You will, oftentimes we say, give it to God. And as you're praying, you're like, oh, wait a minute, that woman, I would not have thought about giving her my card, but like, I just opened my eyes and now I have new vision. And now, of course, I'm going to pull over and go give her my card. Or you might actually have a conversation like I did with a teacher, and out of the blue, you forget that your goal is to have 3 shares every week. And you go, oh, hey, I almost forgot. So you're actually more focused on what's going to build your business very authentically, and it's very organic. It's not weird. You're being you, but it's because it's right in front of your face all the time. So that's excellent.
So just to play a little catch up, Andrea, just give me a quick second to help out those who haven't been looking at everything. If you're in my unit, you're getting a weekly, probably twice a week email, and it has the GG form attached in the email. All you have to do is click on it. So you guys have access to this. So make sure that you're reading those emails. And if you're not getting them, you need to contact me as soon as possible. I know Courtney says, I get 10 from you a day. And I'm like, because I love you so much. So, but definitely if you don't understand how the Girls with Goals form works, look at it, read over it. And it basically, because it took me a little while, and it's week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And then if you flip it over, you have week 5. Now, can someone tell me why we would have week 5? Unmute.
I want an ice cream. Did you just do that?
Some. Did she?
I know.
One of us?
Ooh. Making us
Okay,
all.
the reason why we have week 5 is because sometimes you have a few extra days, but very rarely will you use week 5. Then you have your weekly accountability, which we're about to go through in Reco. And that's your queens, that's who showed up, that's who turned in the weekly accomplishment. And, you know, if you get confused, we'll go over this over and over, because believe me, it took us a while to develop this. And then tonight we're going to do monthly Reco. So if you qualify for any of the monthly Reco, you're going to give yourself points in this section that says monthly Reco. And then the quarterly, that's only when we have the end of a quarter. So you'll ignore that this week. So the only thing you'll add to this entire form is anytime you do 5 calls in one day, you give yourself points for that. And you know what? If y'all will wait before you copy off 12 of these, I'll see if we can just have that edited, and then you don't have to keep adding it. But that's how we're doing. So it's every day, every week for the meeting, and then the monthly, which we're doing tonight, and then quarterly when it's star quarter. And if you get confused, call your director, we'll do a screen share and we'll walk you through it, because we want y'all to turn these in, and they're due tomorrow for July. They're due tomorrow. Okay. All right, Andrea, I'm going to turn it back over to you, girlfriend. So she already talked about that. Oh, let's talk about this. Prizes.
Okay, I was just in the middle of texting you. Okay, so yes, by the 5th. When? I don't hear you. When? By the 5th. Okay, I see mouths moving. Yes, by the 5th. You want to turn in your forms. There's 2 ways you can do it.
By the 3rd.
Sorry, I did say that 5 times. By the 3rd. Let's start over. By the 3rd. Mary Kay's magic number, biblically, it's the best number ever. By the 3rd. Say it with me. The 3rd. Okay.
The 3rd.
Good. And whatever. Have y'all ever seen this? Whatever major loser. Okay, don't do that. Don't be that. We want the 3rd. So we want to go 2 places. If you're in Joanna's unit, you're going to go into joannaschipe.com. You're going to go down to is it resources, Joe, at the very top?
Promotions.
Under promotions, you will then see I won a prize. That's where you're going to do it. When you are in my unit, you're going to go to my website, which is andreazajak.gocards.pro, and then you're going to go to team, and then you're going to go to tracking. And under tracking, you will see a bunch of stuff to complete your form for GG. And then you separately tell me which one of these you want based on your points. That is also where you'll find the PDF documents. And we have everything in our Facebook guides. So we've got a couple of places just for you. In addition, your newsletter generally has these. My unit, we have the newsletter will be coming in a week or so, but that is another place that these are normally printed for you.
You know what, guys? If you have your GG form filled out and you just don't know if you're doing it right, take a picture of it and send it to your director. And we'll look at it and go, okay, this looks right. This looks right. Okay, that you were here for that. Give yourself credit for that. We'll do it until you get it. Okay, it's not enabling, it's empowering. Okay.
But caveat to that, hold on. If you are asking us to look at it, that's great, but please don't text us for your prizes, because we get way too many text messages and we cannot find it. So if you're going to do anything, make sure you email it or talk to your director if you're having problems with completing the form, because we can't handle the text message train.
Or Voxering or anything like that. Email, your prizes get emailed. Okay. Thank you for reminding us of that. Okay. Are
Okay.
you done? Yes,
I'm
Career Path
done.
Reco. Very good. Okay, you guys, you know the month ends August 30th. Where are you going to be on August 30th? You will choose where you're going to be. Are you going to be qualified? Are you going to earn the jewelry? Are you going to be a red jacket? Are you going to be a senior consultant? Are you going to be on target? Are you going to be, you've got to choose it. Work with intention. Work with intention. Amy, I think you had a question, darling.
So, but we can actually submit through the website, correct? For the GG form?
You just tell me how many points you have.
But I mean, it's not like the pop form where it just automatically goes from the recognition side into the, like, to you.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Okay.
You go to I want a prize. The forms,
Just I want a prize.
yep, you can copy the forms there, but you're just going to text, you're going to, don't text. See, now you got me saying text, right?
I didn't say that.
You're just going to do I want a prize. And then if you have, you know, we do everything in Mary Kay on the honor system. But if you think,
Okay.
if it looks like those points are way off, I might say, okay, how did you get that? So if you can either scan it, email it, or just take a picture and text it the first couple of months, that would be really helpful because we'll help you track it too. Tracking with accuracy. I think that's really important. So you guys, one of the things that I heard in this woman's speech today that I'm going to put on Facebook is she said, so many of us spend time in our prayer closet, we spend time in our devotionals, and we pray for God to bring people in our path that are going to be awesome in Mary Kay, right? And then we go out and about and there's people everywhere and we don't talk to them. And then we go home and we go back in our prayer closet and we go, God, why didn't you give me any people today? And he's like, I gave you people today. I gave you people today. And it's not that you're attacking them. It's not that you're becoming scary Kay. Look at that bottle she's drinking out of. Joanna Prize. You know, it's not that you're running after them, you're blessing them. And once you get that in your head, once you hear this woman's speech, you're going to get that in your head. It's amazing. I think I'm going to give y'all a prize just for listening to the whole thing. Okay, so gold medals. You guys, I think the company said I've done 19 gold medals, and then lots of silver and lots of bronze. That's how you build a team, is you focus on earning a medal. So this is another prize you may want to go for. If you're going for quota sharing this year, or you're going for red jacket, or you're going for directorship, concentrate each month on earning a medal. This is just how many people sign an agreement. They don't even have to order yet. That determines your medal. Okay. And they're super fun to wear on a charm bracelet that you will earn as soon as you get your medals. You earn that bracelet and then you show it off to everybody and they go, what is that? And you go, that's what my company gives me for sharing my company. These are our senior consultants. So proud of these ladies. So close to red jacket. Come on, you guys. Hustle. Let's go. Our red jackets. And this is as of July. And then, of course, sign our elite team leader. And so we've got some amazing women in leadership in our superstars group. So we're very excited about these ladies. And I just want you guys to know that wherever you choose to land is all about your choice, because this business is completely up to you. It's not up to anybody else. It is up to you. Okay. Now, this is where Andrea just very wisely gave you advice on how to submit everything, how to go on and submit it. It is due tomorrow. We changed it from the 5th to the 3rd because we've got to get our prizes out and get our business going again for the new month. So make sure that you are ready for this. Okay, Andrea, take it away.
You have the Reco. I can't.
Are you
turn
ready?
the page.
Are you ready?
Yeah, but I can't turn the page.
I am. It goes so fast.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Give yourself 5 points. When you turn in your weekly accomplishment sheet every Sunday, you get to have 5 points. And these women did it. We have Arlene Bowser, Amy Paul, Fran Sanders, Courtney Shahan, Monica Dye, Zulema Soseda, Vicky Steyerwalt. And that was by July 24th. So that wasn't this last Sunday. It was the last Sunday before that.
Yeah, it's for the July GG form.
Yeah. Okay, so then by the 31st, give yourself another 5 points. Arlene, Christy Payne. I'm going to go straight down. Amy Paul, then Monica Dye, Fran Sanders, Sayonara Boucher, Zulema Saceda, Vicky Starwalk, Courtney Chahan, and Christine McKnight.
Yay. Accountability.
Gorgeous pictures too. Okay, 10 bonus points for turning in your weekly accomplishment sheet every single Sunday in the month of July. We had Arlene Bowser, Zulema Saceda, Amy Paul, Fran Sanders, and Vicky Starwalt. Way to go, ladies.
Yay.
That habit, that's a solid habit.
Earning
All right,
those points.
10 points for being on tonight. And I gotta just tell ya, you are awesome. I mean, honestly, you show up and what, Christine? You go up, right? That's just the way it is. And it just changes your energy. So go ahead, Joe, next page.
Okay.
Let's see who our queens are for both weekly and monthly. Okay, drum roll. We're going to start with our weekly for our last week. In sales, Miss Chrissy Payne. We have 2 women who achieved Star Week, which is 300 in sales, and therefore going higher always. Every week when you're doing that means you'll be a star consultant at the end of the quarter. So Sayonara Boucher and Christine McKnight both achieved that. So we are
Aw,
very proud.
this is sad, Andrea. This is a sad page.
I could be up there. So Allison Johnson did join our team, but we did not have any consultants getting celebrated as a queen of sharing. So who wants to who's ready to see their face up there? Just curious.
Okay.
Amy's like, I'm ready. I want to be a director. I want to go to leadership. I want to have 7 more avenues of income. I want to make more of a difference in lives across the country. I love it.
I love it. That's awesome.
Okay, who will be our July month queens and GG stars? We can't wait for you to turn in your sheets. And then, of course, for the month of July, we have our queen, Sayonara Boucher, with $1,600 retail sales to Mary Kay. Give yourself 10 points if you are in the top 5, which would be Amy Paw at $1,222 wholesale, or excuse me, retail. Jamie Boyer, $1,220. Christy McKnight, $1,207, and Patsy Rayner, $923 retail credit for the month of July.
Congratulations.
For the month of July in personal sales, this is based on turning in your weekly accomplishment sheet. We have Sayonara Boucher with $891. We have Amy Paw with $638. We have Christine McKnight with $636. Look how close that is, you guys.
I know.
Like, you might want to say to yourself, what else could I do before midnight tonight? What else before I turn in my weekly accomplishment sheet? Chrissy Payne, look at how close these are. 605. That would have been a booster right there. Zulema Saceda, 579. We're so proud of all of you for being in the top 5. Congratulations, and give yourselves 10 points.
Andrea, look how close they all are. It's just
I know.
so good.
It's way good, way good.
So good.
Okay,
Oh, don't call all
yourself-
these names.
Okay, good. Give yourself 20 points if you hit the consistency club at a minimum of $225 wholesale, and you got all the way to $399 wholesale. We want to celebrate you. Your name is listed. Yay.
Yay.
400 to 599. That's really awesome. I've always been taught just try to up it to the next club. And the next club at 225, 400, and then 650. I always go a little bit above 600 because that's the top director trip is 650. So that number. Okay, give yourself 50 points when you hit the 600, which we celebrated you earlier. And bonus if you had a grand month with over 1,000 in retail, give yourself 75 points.
That would be you, Andrea, but I think you're the only one.
Oh, yay.
Yay, you're a winner.
Chicken dinner. Okay, 50 points if you moved up the career path. If you started as a beauty consultant and ended as a senior beauty consultant. If you started as a senior and ended as a star team builder, AKA red jacket, that's moving up the career path to a first time. Now, listen up, first time level. So if you're like, last month you were here, yeah, that's a first time you get to give yourself 50 points.
No yo-yos.
Okay, we got some stars already. We've got our directors. Joanna is a pearl leading the way. Linda Mead is a ruby, and I just finished sapphire.
And I just wanted you guys to see your directors are working. We don't compete with you, but you need to know we are working. Okay, go ahead.
Yay, director's core to sales. It all happens now, and there's plenty of time. Some people will come into the company and do it in 3 months, but I don't like that kind of stress. Anyone else feel like they would rather do it without a lot of stress, without a lot of craziness, and that really occurs now. So getting that plan to be a star is going to help you as you grow to your ultimate goal, which is the national court. And then, of course, if that's not your goal, then hit the princess court and have that. But I want to tell you this. The only way for you to have something that pulls you into action, yes, it might be scary, but if it's not exciting and if it's not big enough, you're not going to get pulled into action. And so I got to tell you, you've got to have such a big, hairy, audacious goal, something that makes you a little bit sick in your stomach, but golly, by the grace of God, you know you can do it with your sister's support. That's going to pull you. And we heard it at seminar. Ori said it so beautifully. Magic happens when you start to go for that, because you may not know that there's windows in the house and all of a sudden the windows open with opportunity and doors that never were there before because you said yes to something bigger. And so that's why Mary Kay said, shoot for the moon, because if you miss, you'll land among the what? The stars.
And I was just going to show you guys this one more time, because when you achieve these different levels, Mary Kay puts this on your Mary Kay In Touch. So I just took a picture of it. I have no idea how I did it, but I'm sure Andrea would know how to do it better. But they let you know that they are so proud of you, and they put it on your opening screen of Mary Kay In Touch. It's pretty cool. Okay, did you do yours on this, Andrea?
Nope.
You didn't. Okay. All right. So you can let's talk about yours as well. Court of Retail Sales based on orders to Mary Kay. I just wanted to recap. Our Queen of the Year in the Shining Stars is Amy Paw. Our number 2 was Sayonara Butcher. Our number 3 is Vicky Starwalt. Our number 4 was Jamie Boyard. And number 5 tied was Marcia and Zulema. And the girls who were here at seminar got their prizes and all. And the other prizes are being mailed out tomorrow as soon as I get your July GG forms. But we just wanted to give y'all one more shout of recognition and just say we're so, so, so proud of you. Our most improved was Amy Paw. And then Power of Pink Consistency Club, Vicki, Amy, Jamie, and Marcia. And then our 4 quarter stars, of course, it's the same names over and over because these people are working. They are doing their faces every single month. So where are you going to be? Where are you going to be on August 30th? You guys focus on your why. You've got this. You absolutely have it. Okay. All right. So one more thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, and then I want to turn it over to our seminar attendees because you guys are going to do a recap. Y'all been boxering me your recap and showing me your pictures. But, you know, one of the things that I just want you to focus on is we talk about tracking. If you were just to pick one thing to track, one thing, I would track 30 new faces every month. 30 new faces every month. If you're going to do a face that you've already done, ask her to invite 2 people. Just say, I have a goal, I have a goal, I have a goal. I need your help. Okay. But definitely, you know, work on 30 faces by the 20th. I keep saying it over and over because it's magical. I know it's mathematical, but it's also magical. Okay. Now we are going to call on you one at a time. You've got about, you know, minute and a half, 2 minutes, but I'm going to start with Courtney because I know sometimes she gets pulled away. So Courtney, unmute and tell them what you said in your Voxer to me. And you get a point today for doing a Voxer.
Hey, I do get pulled away. She just came in here and talked to me. Sorry. So you want to know like what I learned at seminar? That's right.
Yes. What was your takeaway?
One of the things that I took away was like the closing a sale and all the objections. I think I feel more comfortable with addressing that. And I think also just realizing that, I mean, I can do it. Like it's realistic. I want to dream bigger than realistic, but you know, like it's not something that's so far out of my comfort zone that I can't do it. So
That's good. I love that. Thank you. And everybody loved your notes. Everybody tell Courtney how much you loved her notes. I told her, I said, every time we'd read one, we'd be like, man, she's good. And thank you for learning too. Another thing that Courtney and I talked about was she kind of figured out she can break away from Zara for a couple of hours, although she's the food source, and she can figure it out. And that I'm so proud of you for doing that. So proud of you. Okay, Amy, what was your takeaway and what are you going to change moving forward?
Well, I'm going to change going to be doing more shares with every person I see from now on. But I wanted to add really just to go with that, the 3 ways to be my VIP. Just because they go hand in hand and they go together. But I really enjoyed the way that you talked about having them be the queen for the day. Since I got to be queen, like, why not take my tiara and just like let them be the queen with the real tiara?
Love it.
So like, it's a way that I can give them back and have my real customers be thanking them for letting me
I love
become
it.
queen.
I love
But
it.
I just love that. And then I'm tracking what is my legacy. So
Okay. Good. I love what is my legacy. 3 ways to be part of your organization. That's awesome. Okay, Chrissy, share with us, love.
Well, it just being amongst everybody was so motivating. The whole energy was awesome. So it's really boosted my enthusiasm. I've reignited my enthusiasm to take action, which I did when I got home and I got my sales. So now I've used up all my sales. Now I need new customers. So that's what I'm on. Hopefully my voice will hold out and I'll be able to do some calls tomorrow. It's been awful, but anyway, yes.
Well,
So, and I love the that 3 thing as well. My brain is all over the place. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. The 3 ways to invite people to be part of your organization.
Yes, that.
Customers, VIP, which is hostesses, and power partners who join your team. And
Yeah.
Christy, I'm going to do a little quiz here since your brain's all over the place. If someone says, well, I'll be a power partner, but what's required? There are 2 ways they can be a power partner. Do you remember what those 2 ways were?
You can buy product for yourself or you can be an active consultant and have parties. And
if I tell you, well, I think I just want to come into your team and buy my products for my family, friends, do some gifts. What's the requirement? What do I have to do? This is hard.
Yeah. You have to have a party and I get to service your customers.
Exactly. And then if I ever choose to join your team as a real worker, what will you give me back?
Your customers.
Okay. That's called feeding her a line, but that's very good. See, you're not as all over the place as you think. That was awesome. Okay, let's go to Christine. Christine, what was your takeaway and what are you going to change or do differently moving forward?
I heard a lot of us say this keyword relaunch. I heard it quite a bit off of the videos and from my sisters there, relaunch. So I took that and definitely relaunched. And then I liked the 20 by the 30th or the 30 by the 20th. There we go. 30 by the 20th. Because that gives you that extra like 10, 11 days to kind of wrap everything up in a pretty little bow and finalize it all out and set your next month up. And I'm one of those people who's guilty of working sometimes till the last minute. Sorry, Andrea. And so having it done by the 20th, because then that means you've already done your order by the 15th and all of that is done and you can just finalize your month with your recruiting. So I really liked that.
I love it.
Christine. See this? This is all the last minute.
I told you, just you should know it's done. It's done.
Okay, thank you, Christine, for sharing. Okay, Zulema, our makeup artist. Let's give her a round of applause for her amazing class she did with us on contour. I can't even say it the way she says it. She says it so beautifully.
I just wanted to say thank you so much for everything you did for us and make, everything happened. And I know it was a lot of work, and I just so in love with everybody that I got to meet in person, because that unite us as a unit, as a sisters and as friends. I remember talking to Alice about things that we're going to do, and we said that we're going to start doing some Zoom meetings, like in weekly basis. So that's my plan, to every Thursday around 5 or 6 do a Zoom call and explain a little bit about anything and just go from there. Yes, I have had the opportunity to talk to people several times since we finished, and I couldn't yet, but I'm working on it.
I'm good.
Thank you for everything.
It's a journey. It's a journey. Like my husband said before he left last Monday, you do the best you can. That's all you can do, right? Okay, Alice, talk to us.
Hello.
Hi.
Well, the tracking sheet was so eye-opening, even though I know about it. Just having it the way that you broke it down really was, it made me realize that you really do you're more motivated when you can visually see your plan, your goal. And it's always in my head. And so that was one thing, was just to start tracking. And I also picked my date for my Zoom meeting. And my title is, where is it? 5 must-have beauty products for the summer. And that's just an invite. So I wore my beauty coat. I'm wearing my beauty coat. I haven't been out the last few days. I've been sick. But on the flight home, I wore my beauty coat, and 2 people mentioned Mary Kay. Although I didn't get a chance to really connect with them. One was she was one of the people who was helping us get through the line. But someone mentioned it. I've always been afraid, or a little embarrassed, if you will, to wear the beauty coat. But tracking, setting up a date, Mondays at 6:30. I'm sorry, it's 8 o'clock. And going out with my beauty coat. I can't wait to go out. I haven't been out in a week now because of COVID. But when I do go out, I plan to have my beauty coat on. My date is set, and have an invite in my hand to invite people and start tracking how many people I connect with each day. That's because great. I really do want to meet that 30 faces by the 20th.
Yeah. And choosing to track them and write them down, you'll start remembering, because when you've got about 200 people you're working with, yes, you need to have that brain book.
Right. And I did meet a few people. I met 2 people in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I have their phone number. There's someone in Michigan. So my goal is to
all over
saturate the USA.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Alice. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, Fran, talk to me, baby. You and your fine self.
All right. Alice took mine, but I am going to say the tracking sheet. I went ahead. I'll talk to Andrea, because I went ahead at the beginning of the month and printed all my 12.
Okay.
And there's some things on here that I feel is missing, maybe, but maybe I can put them somewhere. But to fill it out every week, even if you don't do what's on here, if you continue to fill it out and keep putting zeros on there in your mind, you get tired of the zeros, and then you'll do what you need to do to fill that in. That's kind of what I need. And yeah, that the tracking sheet. And it was so good to meet everybody in person. And that was that's what I enjoyed the most from the seminar.
The love was real, huh, Fran?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
The love was real. Okay, thank you for sharing, Fran. Okay, Vicky, I think you're our last one, and then we'll let Andrea close it up.
I always thoroughly enjoy seminar. And this one was really special because we got to see each other and talk to each other, spend time with each other. And normally when we go to Dallas, we don't have that much time together as we did on this. But it really did inspire me to restart my business. I've done good in the past and I need now to build. And that's something I really haven't spent a lot of time on in the last 6 months. So my goal, as soon as I can get out and see people again, is to start rebuilding and rebooking, starting over. There's never anything wrong with
But you
starting
guys,
over.
I
in the
want to tell
same
you
place.
something. Put the bats away. Put the pink bat away. I actually have a pink bat. I should have gotten it out. Quit
Yeah.
beating yourselves up, because
No.
just the fact that you're here, do you know that between Andrea and I, we have over 250 unit members?
Wow.
You're choosing to show up. Like
Mhm.
that right there is huge, is showing up and claiming whatever you're claiming for yourself. So
Mhm.
I just want to encourage you guys, you know, I'm glad that we're rebooting, restarting, re-kicking off all that. I think that's great, but have a mentality of it's a journey. And sometimes you are in the mountain and sometimes you're a little bit in the valley, and now you're going back up the hill to get back on that mountain. Andrea, can you close with, I know you're going to close with the challenge, but can you close with your airplane thing? I love that. That sometimes I have to think about that. And I love it when you say about the airplane thing.
Yes, you wanted me to get the visual or just say about it?
Just say about it. Yeah.
So have you guys ever, been on an airplane and you know how to get out of the airplane, out of the airport? You've got to, the pilot has to do full throttle, right? You're sitting there and it's sort of slow, and then all of a sudden, we're gearing up, full throttle, can't say that very well. And then it lifts because it had enough force. And then as it gets up in the air, they're able to let go a little bit from that throttle. They're able to let that extra gas be decreased. And now you can actually start to soar. But what oftentimes happens is we go full throttle for maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then we need to
My mouse died.
then-
Okay, she's muted.
and then all of a sudden we go down because we're like, oh, we ain't seeing no results and I'm tired. And now our plane's going like this. So in order to get back into our lift, we have to put a heck of a lot of energy. But if we just maybe gave it just a little bit longer with the same kind of energy, then we'd actually get to a place where we're able to not coast, but we're able to rise above. And we're able to get to our destination without going back to the same launching pad, the same, landing zone. And so it really is, oftentimes we're just not giving enough energy for enough period of time before we quit. And I do want to just close as we have some goals for you guys for the next couple days. In the next 5x5 is something that even if we don't, I think this is really important, even if we don't give you a carrot, this is self-leadership. How can you implement some personal challenges to always hit the big wins? And so 5 parties booked, new bookings by the 5th is a great thing to personally do. And then of course, we've got from those parties, you're going to sell 600 by the 15th, which means how much goes back into inventory? 50%, right? Half reinvest. And then you're hitting your goal of 300 by the 15th. Now we want you to have that win because then we know you are going to have a much bigger potential of hitting your golden girls and getting that jewelry, but most importantly, being somebody that's proving to themselves and their family and satisfying your customers. It builds your confidence. So really it's keep yourself going. And that does mean you're gonna need to monitor Don't try to do 5 days worth of things in one and expect yourself to be able to get up and do it again. You might find you're burning yourself out if you're not doing consistent work. There's nothing more painful than going, hog wild for 24 hours and then doing nothing for 3 weeks. Zoom eek. So just remember that plane taking off. We want enough momentum for the right amount of time so we don't bring our plane back down to where we started.
That's awesome. And Chrissy asked, is it 5 to be held by the 5th or booked by the 5th?
Booked. Just booked, but I would recommend you book it for within a 2 to 3 week window. I don't book more than 3 weeks. It rarely holds. I just check back with them in a week or 2.
Okay, guys, my mouse died, so I have to go to my laptop. But thanks for being on. I'm going to stop our recording, and if I can find where to do it on here, stop recording, and then there it is. And then